About the sexual perversion, the concepts of that. It's also known as paraphilias. So you should know the meaning of paraphilia. What is paraphilia? Paraphilia is nothing but it is a condition in which the person's sexual arousal and the gratification arousal are he gratifies by fantasizing actually, right? He thinks he fantasizes and he does some of the things here. So that's all about the paraphilias, right? Philia is love. So now let us understand what's written that. It's written that no sexual intercourse. There is no sexual intercourse, yet he feels gratified, happy, right? Let's understand that the second one obtains sexual gratification without intercourse, right? So you have to understand the first thing, right? You have to understand the first thing, that is a sadism. So what is a sadism? Sadism is a tendency to deserve or drive pleasure, sexual gratification from hitting or inflicting pain, right? The one of the partner starts hitting others and he feels happy. So that is known as sadism. Next is masochism. What is that? Pain himself. He himself, if I give you the example, you'll understand. So one thing what he does in masochism is, right, it associated with autoerotic asphyxia. So he tried to strangulate himself. What do you mean by strangulation? Strangulation is nothing but it prevents circulation of blood supply to the by constriction, right? It constriction around this neck, and there's a decreased blood supply. There is a cerebral hypoxia, and that cerebral hypoxia he feels that state of sexual gratification. That is all about. You have to understand the masochism. That is pain himself. But in sadism, you're gonna hit the other partner, right? Then next you have to understand the meaning of bondage here. The bondage is, if you say two partners, like say male a female. Male is sadism, he gets gratified. So let's say female is sadist, she hits male and she gets sexual satisfaction, and because the masochism is not paining himself. So one partner is sadism and other partner is he is like masochism. That's all about the bondages, right? That is all you have to understand. Both the partners are involved here. So the definition of that or the meaning of that is a sexual practice that involves the tying up of the other partner. The same thing, just remember that one partner is sadism, one partner is masochism, right? And now let us understand the next thing. What is that? It is fetishism, right? So it is fetishism. What is that? So it is a form of sexual desire in which a gratification linked to an abnormal degree to a particular objects. So he sees the objects and he feels happy, right? Or she feels happy. The shoes or undergarment, all that objects by seeing that objects. That's all about the fetishism. And next we have got something known as partialism. What is that? A desire for a part of a body. Say hair, eye, then buttocks or all those, right? You get he has gotten desire for a particular part of a body. That is not the name itself is telling part for the part of a body, right? Partialism. Then next we have got something known as what is that? Klismaphilia. What do you mean by klisma? You have to understand the meaning of klisma here. So klisma is nothing but it is enema. What is enema? Enema is a procedure in which a liquid or gas injected into a rectum to expel its contents. And to introduce drugs, we use this type of procedure where this is a procedure where the liquid or the gas is injected into the rectum. And he does this type of things, like he starts injecting that and he feels such type of satisfaction. So that is what the meaning of klisma is nothing but enema is loving it, klismaphilia. So this is what you have to understand. The next thing is coprolatia, right? So what do you mean by copro? Copro is nothing but shit, right? Latia is nothing but speak. That means speaking shit, right? Speaking shit. That means speaking bad languages, like using bad languages. So it is involved a repetitive use of obsessive language or bad language as a symptom of mental illness, can be a mental illness or organic brain disease. So he feels happy by scolding her, or she feels happy by scolding him. So that's all about the copro. You have to understand the meaning of copro. Copro is shit and latia is speaking bad or speaking shit. And that is all you have to understand. The other name given to this also known as scalologia. Next you have to understand what is this? The masturbation or onanism or ipsation. So if you see the concepts of these, what's happening at these, what does it mean? Simply means that it is ejaculating outside the vagina. So that's what it means, the masturbation, onanism or ipsation, right? So next thing you have to understand what is urophilia or urolaliga. Uro means urine, right? He loves the sexual excitement is associated, or she gets, or he gets excitement by when he thinks, or when he thinks, or when he thinks about urine, he gets an sexual excitement. So that can be that's what the name itself is telling, that urophilia, urologia, that is pleasure by sight or smell. It can be sight, it can be smell. So by urinating on other such type of pleasures, they get it, right? So the next thing you have to understand is what is transvertism or eonism. So you should understand the meaning of that. What do you mean by transvertism? Trans is cross, vestism is dressing. Vestism is dressing, trans is cross. So what happens in this is, cross dressing is a practice of dressing and acting in a style or manner traditionally associated with the opposite sex. So what's happening, there is also known as eonism. So you'll understand the meaning of that. There's a person known as Kivalinar Eon, his name, okay, the name has been derived from this person. A person, what happened, he has passed away, like he died, who's posed as a woman, right? He's a male, but he posed as a woman and he's died. So the name has derived from that person's name. So what happens in that, here you can see in this scenario, the male, you can see that he gets a sexual gratification and happy by wearing a female dresses. So that is all about the trans is a cross and vestism is dressing. So you have cross dressing. And next thing you have to understand here is what's happening in this trans person. He wears opposite genders and he behaves like him, like opposite gender. He believes that he is an opposite sex and he talks in the same manner, right? So that's all you have to understand regarding the trans vestism. And next is what is transgender or gender identification disorder. So you should see the meaning of that. Transgender denotes or related to a person whose sense of personal identification and the gender does not correspond to the birth sex. Suppose you can see mostly you can see in the males, where you can see the interior sex where the birth, they are birth as males, but they act as they are females, right? They claim they are females, they identify in such manners. So that is all about the gender identity disorder. So that's all about the transgender here, right? Next, let us understand the concepts of what is Frotism. What is that? Frotteurism. So you should know the meaning of this Frotteurism. What is that? If you see the meaning of frottage, so it is a process of taking or a rubbing from an uneven surface to form the basis of a work of an art. So what does it mean here? What's happening in this? By rubbing against a private part of an unsuspected or individual in public. That is the meaning of Frotism, right? Frotteurism. So I have already told you the meaning of frottage, that is process of taking or rubbing, right? So the name has derived from that word, frottage. So you can see if such is the happen, you can be punished, it can be punished, or he can be punished, or she can be punished. She is never punished, but he can be punished. You can see the section here, 354, section 354 IPC, right? 354A, right? So what happens in this? Assault to outrage the modesty of a female. So what is assault? Assault is nothing but it's a physical attack to outrage the modesty. What is the modesty? Modesty is nothing but quality of she lives, right? Now he is disturbing her, right? He has made an assault or physical attack, right, to outrage the modesty. So assault is by applying force by touching, right? And you can put it in it comes under 354 IPC. How do you remember this? So you can just remember metro trains, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 3, 4, 5 o'clock. At that time you can see that range. So what is this 509 IPC? 509 IPC tells us that insult to outrage modesty. You're not touching her, but by speaking bad words, right? By speaking bad words, and such thing is gonna happen. Now, how do you remember that? The moment you spoke a bad word, she comes and she gets that rin. Rin is 500, right? 501. You got some rin 501, and just remember it's 509. She comes and she wash it away. Right, that's what you can just try to remember that. It's important. 509 IPC, insult to outrage modesty by the words here. He is not touching her. right? So next thing you have to understand is exhibitionism. What is that exhibitionism? It is display of private parts in public. So it comes under the IPC 294, right? 294. If that is the case, you'll be behind bar for 3 months or fine. So you have to understand, how do you remember? When the person tries to expose his private parts, he thinks that he gets some money of 294 rupees. No, no, no. But he put it in section 294. That is how we can remember that. Exhibitionism. And next we have got something known as necrophilia. Necro is dead, philia is love, sexual intercourse with the dead bodies, right? The same, we already spoke about 294, the sexual display of the private parts here. But if you start intercoursing with the dead, then you will be put under IPC 297. So or that showing a disrespect to the dead body by eating, by spitting on it, so you'll be put on the jail for 1 year and fine. So what is voyeurism? Voyeurism, it's also known as peeping tom, or it's also known as scoptophilia. So what do you mean by peep? Peep is nothing but looking, right? What is scopo? Scope is nothing but it is the looking, and philia is love. You love at looking. So what do you love here? So voyeurism is nothing but by watching individual intercourse undressed or unsuspected, not aware. They are not aware that you are watching. Then you come under, you'll put it under section IPC here 354, and this is what you can understand, that the same thing is happening here 354C here. But 354A is, we spoke about the metro train, right? We have got a 354, that is A for adults, right? And C here is C for seeing. You're seeing, C for seeing, right? You're seeing that, so it is C 354 IPC. So if that is the first offense, you will be like 3 to 5 years, you'll put it in jail here. And you have to remember that it is cognizable and bail, right? Cognizable and bail. And second offense, if you repeat that, you're gonna put in 3 to 5 years, and it is not bail, but you're not going to come out, right? Bail, you can just come out at least temporary, right? And both are cognizable here, right? So this is what you have to understand regarding this all this section regarding this sexual perversion, all this. So that's all for now. So in the next session we'll be dealing with the next things, right? That's all for now. Thank you.